Are you a senior who's thinking of getting a new place and wondering how much room you really need? Do you like your peace and quiet, but really also enjoy a little bit of company and some social structure? Today, we're going to talk about downsizing and how much space you really need when you're making that right size move. Make sure you stay all the way till the end, because I've got my hot tip that'll make this whole thing an absolute breeze. Hi everyone, I'm Lucas Smith, your local real estate expert. Look, when the kids are young, you need the bigger house, you need more room, you need maybe 2 stories to hold all of your kids and all of your stuff. But when you're older, you need less room, less stuff. I'll call it right sizing a lot in this video because that's what I consider it. So first, think about me time. And you guys, look, in this video, we're going to be really selfish. Think about yourself first. How much me time do you want? How much quiet, alone, personal time do you want? Yes, I know. We've all wanted to run away to a desert island somewhere in the middle of nowhere and lay on a white sand beach and read a book all day. But I think what you really have to think about is how much peace and quiet and personal time you need in your day-to-day life versus how much social time or activity interacting with others. Are you somebody who really enjoys being alone? Are you somebody who can curl up on the couch with a good book or binge watch a Netflix show all day by yourself and be perfectly fine? Or maybe you enjoy doing solo hobbies or just time for quiet reflection. So what you want to do is you want to think about what your ideal level of peace and quiet and alone time and me time might be. Next, think about the noise factor, right? How much exterior noise are you okay with? Do you feel most comfortable in complete silence? Or do you mind a little bit seeing and hearing the neighbors much? All these are going to be important when you're selecting a community. So first, let's think about where you live right now. Because let's face it, that's what you're accustomed to. When I was a kid, I grew up in the landing pattern of an Air Force base. And we would get C-130s flying over the house in the middle of the night, like 1, 2 a.m. Those bad boys would come in, and this was a long time ago, so the military didn't have to worry for naught about flying over people's neighborhoods. Look, they own the whole town, basically. Well, what I didn't realize once I moved away from my childhood home is that I missed that noise. I'd wake up in the middle of the night. It would be dead quiet and I wouldn't understand what was going on. Now that's probably an extreme example of noise or noise that you get used to, but it's true. We get used to a certain level of noise activity going on around us and we want to be comfortable. Also, think about personal privacy that you have right now. Are you able to walk out into your outdoor spaces without having to interact with your neighbors? Is that something that's important to you? Think about what you have right now versus what you want in the future. This is about you, and it's about finding that just right spot and just right comfort zone and comfort level for you that you want, that you're comfortable with. Next, let's talk about how much people time you want. Think about your social side. How much time do you spend interacting with friends, family, and neighbors? How often do you enjoy seeing friends, being able to visit those people, standing outside, visiting with neighbors? Yep, I know, it happens. What level of social interaction do you want that you're comfortable with? Are you someone who enjoys having groups of people over for dinner, right? Do you need an entertainment space because you want to be able to entertain a little bit? Or if you're going to see a group of friends for dinner, would you rather just go out to a nice restaurant? Do you have any hobbies or interests that you might want to explore, right? And what do you require for those things? Really, it's about finding that happy medium between having too much space and having not enough space to do the things that you want to do. Let's talk about privacy when you live in a community, especially a senior community. Because look, unlike the community you live in now, everybody's going to be retired, so everybody's going to be home all day. How much interaction do you want with your friends and neighbors that you make in your new community? So if you're considering a senior community, a 55 plus community, it's important for you to consider how much peace and quiet you're going to really want, time away from your fellows versus time together. There have been lots of studies done about staying active into our senior years and how impactful and beneficial that is for us. So I'm a huge advocate of making sure that you're someplace that has plenty of activities that you want to do. All of these communities are going to have their own sets of rules regarding noise that you can make, number of people that you can have over, length of time you can have people visiting overnight, and sometimes even the age of overnight visitors that you can have. So make sure you check all the rules before you buy into one of these communities. By the way, I made a video about the best 55 plus communities in Orange County and surrounding communities, and you can see it right here. So take a moment. Imagine yourself in a setting like that. Think about what it would be like to live in a fully interactive 55 plus community, and if that's something that you want, or something you're looking for when you're thinking about making this right-sized move. Okay, let's talk about home maintenance, because when we're talking about right-sizing, we're talking about not only having the right space for you, but how much you want to take care of. So it's really important for you to think about how much maintenance and yard work and upkeep you want to do on not only the building, but the yard. What do you want to have to take care of long term? And think about it long term, because what's easy to do once or twice gets to be a kind of a pit to do long term. It's when you have to do it that it becomes a chore. And when you're thinking about this, be honest with yourself about your current energy levels, how you feel about it, how much you're going to be willing to do it now, and how much you think you're going to be willing to do it into the future. Because look, we're talking long term here, kids. Consider the financial aspects of it, right? What's the cost of having somebody else do this stuff versus the cost of doing it yourself? And how's that going to impact you as you age? And where would you rather spend your money? Consider whether you want a place where you do some of these tasks yourself and it's a little bit less expensive, or if you're willing to pay a little bit more and have somebody else do the work. Figuring out what the right size space for you means more than just figuring out how much bedrooms, how much bathrooms, and how big of a garage you need, right? It means way more than that. It means finding the right fit for you, not only in house, in size, in shape, in configuration, but in community. It means taking a good look at what makes you feel comfortable, happy, and secure, and what's going to fit your budget now and in the future. All right, so here's your special hot tip that's going to save you time, money, and effort. Make 3 lists. So your first list is going to be must-haves, absolutely non-negotiable. I gotta have this or I'm not moving. Your second list is like to haves. I'd like to have this, but if it doesn't have it for the right place, I might be willing to shake that. And your third list is must not haves. You gotta write down the stuff that you will absolutely not be able to live with long term and into the future, and be aware of it and be willing to look for those things. Look, just writing it down, it will help you see what's important to you and what you really get to focus on when looking at that new place. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. Hey, if this video has been helpful, click the like button and the share. If you know somebody who you think it could be helpful for, send it to them. And of course, to get all my great videos, be sure and subscribe, because then you'll get notified when I post a new one every week. Hey guys, I'm Lucas Smith, broker owner of Sell My Home Real Estate. Thanks so much for watching. Have an amazing day.